Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Welcome to today's session. As we begin this new year, I am excited to kick off a refreshed Excel curriculum that incorporates feedback from both experienced users and those who are new to Excel. Over the past few weeks, we have explored a variety of topics, and based on your valuable input, I have fine tuned the lessons to better meet your needs. While we will revisit some key concepts and lessons for a strong foundation, we're also introducing new topics to expand your skills further. Whether you're revisiting or starting afresh, I am confident today's session will offer something valuable for everyone. In today's session, we're going to dive a little deeper into how to navigate between worksheet tabs and move around in Excel more effectively. Understanding how to manage worksheets will not only make your work more efficient, but it will also help you better organize your data as you work on larger projects. Let's start by looking at the worksheet tabs at the bottom of the Excel screen. To switch between different sheets in your workbook, simply click on the corresponding worksheet tab. If you have a lot of tabs, you can use the arrows on the bottom left of the screen to scroll through them. Alternatively, if you want to quickly move to the first or last sheet, so Control plus this left key takes you to the first sheet, and Control plus the right key takes you to the last sheet. Now let's talk about how to manage your sheets. If you want to add a new sheet, click on this small plus icon next to existing worksheet. So because my worksheet was open at week 9 and I clicked the plus, I got it as sheet. I got the new sheet as sheet 11. If I want it to be the last sheet, and you come to the last sheet that is open and click on the plus icon, and it gives you a new sheet right where which will now replace that last sheet. If you'd like to rename a sheet, right click on the tab. So bring your cursor down and right click on it, and then click on rename. Okay, then you can type a new name. It's a great way to keep things organized, especially if you have multiple sheets in the same with similar data, like in this case. So maybe we call this week 10. If you want to delete a sheet, right click on the tab and click delete. For faster navigation, try using Ctrl plus page up to move to the previous sheet and Ctrl plus page down to jump to the next one. This is particularly useful when you're working with a large workbook and you don't want to keep clicking around. So Ctrl plus page up takes me to the previous one, and Ctrl plus page down takes me to the next one. Now, let's talk about freeze panes and split. These two features are fantastic when you're working with large data sets that span many rows and columns. This is a little example here that when you start scrolling, you can see information that is up above, and when you scroll back up, you can see information that is below. So to freeze panes, go to the View tab. This is the View tab. This is Home, Insert. This is the View tab. So to freeze panes, we go to the View tab and we click on Freeze Panes. This will keep a row or column visible as you scroll through the rest of your data. For example, if you're working with a semi-long list of expenses, okay, income and expenses, you can freeze the top row so that your column headers always stay visible. These are our column headers in the case of expenses, and we want them to always stay visible while we scroll. So to do that, bring your cursor, and we want not if you want just the column headers to stay visible, you put your cursor below that column header, where below the column headers, click on View and say click on Freeze Panes and say freeze pane. So it will freeze that pane for you, to freeze anything above um, that pane up until the column headers for the expenses. If you don't want that anymore, you click on view and you say on freeze pane. If you want to freeze just the first column again, you click on view and you say freeze panes, and it freezes the pane, or you freeze first column. Okay, that's also a faster way to freeze first column, so you can scroll and that column never goes. If you don't want that, you just click on view and unfreeze. Now, if you want to freeze both, in this case, the expense headers and also the column, you put the highlight the cell under the column and to the right of under the row of the expense headers in this case, and to the right of the column that you want to freeze. Just put the cursor there and you click on view and then you say freeze pane. It will freeze it in such a way that both the row headers, in this case the expense column, and the expense row headers and the column stays fixed, and so you can move around easily without losing sense of what the each column represents. The split feature works in a similar way, but it divides the window into multiple panes that you can scroll independently. This is handy when you need to compare different parts of your worksheet side by side. All you need to do to split panes is to just click on split in the view tab, and Excel will divide your window into multiple sections. So again, we're still on view and just click split. Here Excel has divided, okay, and Excel is doing it based on our previous freezing. Okay. To split, just put the cursor at a favorable location and say split, and Excel will split so you can move independently across, and then you can carry out portions of data that you want to compare and put them across the splitted panes. So let's unsplit. I encourage you to try these features yourselves. Open an Excel workbook, add a few sheets, rename them, and start moving between them. Play around with freezing and splitting panes while you scroll through your data. These small tweaks will help you navigate your workbook more efficiently. Don't forget, practice makes perfect, so don't hesitate to experiment with different ways to organize your data. The more you familiarize yourselves with the interface and navigation, the more comfortable you'll become with Excel. If you're unsure about any of these steps or have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to help. That's all for today's video on navigating and working with worksheet tabs in Excel. Be sure to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And don't forget to share it with anyone who might benefit from these Excel tips. See you in the next video.